Yo, 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 this is Sol, also known as Gum, also known as Facial Gum, also known as Grunt. The artist team's called Grunt, and this is Pokemon Masters EX. Well guys, we're here back again at Absol-utely Space Bin. He is now, came up with Legendary Arena Tornadus info. So if you want to check this out for yourselves, I would put his link to his Space Bin in the description. But let us get to it right now, guys. So, stage and mission. So Legendary Arena Tornadus actually starts on March, or rather April 22. And ends on, last day is on May 5. This is Asian time. And it says, boss hint, paralyze the opponent. Other status conditions have no effect. Oh, this is interesting because for the longest time, people like to use either sleep or poison. Personally, me is poison. My method is poison, not really poison stalling, but poison debuffing is my favorite method for Legendary Arenas. And most of the hardcore players like to use sleep chaining to try and receive no damage in the entire Legendary Arena run. So this is a nice thing to see. Paralyze the opponent. Other status conditions have no effect. Now, paralysis is a very easy condition to do. Even our Pikachu, our first Pokemon, Pikachu, has Synchrid Tiles that can help. I think it's Hostile Environment 1, and another Hostile Environment 1, and another Hostile Environment 1. I think our Pikachu has like 3 Hostile Environment 1 tiles. Correct me if I'm wrong. And, you know, just 2 is enough to be able to have a high percentage of paralyzing the opponent. So it's not a very difficult thing to trigger. If you have Volkner, this will also be easy. You'll just use Thunder Fang. If you have Marnie, I think she is Hostile Environment 5, 4 or 5. It's very high. And a lot of other sync pairs can easily paralyze the opponent. I think Togedemaru's Nuzzle, instant paralysis as well. So yeah, it's not, I mean, it's a nice thing to have. It's a different status condition, and other status conditions have no effect. So that is awesome. The opponent acts differently when it is paralyzed. When the opponent is paralyzed, some of its passive skills become inactive. And when an opponent recovers from interference, its resistance to it increases. Battle Tornadus. So there's part 1, there's part 2, there's part 3. You guys know the drill. Basically, part 3 has the highest HP, highest difficulty. Part 1, total of 70,740 HP. Part 2, total of 87,750. Part 3, 95,850 HP. 30 sync pairs you can use as usual. Weakness, electric type. Again, for those who are new to the game, if you see most of the YouTubers try and finish this with 3 sync pairs, you can actually use up to 12 sync pairs to finish this stage and get the highest medal, as long as you only have like 9 sync pairs left for part 3. For parts 1 and part 2, I think you can have 15 sync pairs maximum in order to get the medal and everything. Part 3, you can reach up to 12 sync pairs. So if you're having a hard time with only 3 sync pairs, don't stress yourself out. Use another team, try them out. Sometimes people complain though that if their original team just faints, they cannot deal any more damage to the opponent. I'll try to make a video of how to deal with that when the event comes itself. But don't be scared of using another team, guys. A lot of people are saying, I cannot use just one team. Go ahead and use your second team and use your third team. And yeah, You still get the medal, guys. So, yeah, as usual, this is weak to electric types of attacks, not rock, not anything, but electric type attacks. So, yeah, this is basically the same as other things. So we are going to look at the moves and passive skills of Tornadus right now. So bosses resistances will revert back, blah 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 blah. This is move bar 1. Weakness, electric. There's a typo there though, but it's okay. Hurricane. At bar 1, the opponent has Hurricane. The opponent has Rain Dance. The opponent has Air Cutter, Air Slash, Toxic, ooh, Defog, and let us discuss everything one by one. So Hurricane never misses when the weather is rainy. Has a moderate chance of leaving the target confused. Move number 2 is Rain Dance. Basically helps Hurricane never miss. Air Cutter is a flying type attack. Air Slush, another flying type attack. Toxic leaves us badly poisoned. The fog lowers our evasiveness and clears all field effects from the opponent's field of play. Now, because this is electric, I'm assuming a lot of people will be using Volkner plus electric terrain. And yeah, this guy has a counter to that with the fog. And there's Toxic. Again, these are special attacks. Air Cutter, Hurricane, and Air Slash are special attacks. So meaning you can have probably Misty or someone else increase your special defense and make yourself a little bit more resilient to these types of attacks. Now, bar number 2, the opponent becomes more physical. There's Fly. Interesting. The user begins flying. After a set time, the user stops flying and attacks. No other actions can be taken while flying. Most moves used by opponents will not hit the user while it is flying. If the user is hit by a sync move while flying, it will stop flying. Most moves used by opponents will not hit the user while it is flying. I'm curious, what moves actually hit you when you are flying? Does anyone know? I'm not aware in Pokemon Masters. I'm not aware of any moves. Let me know if you know what moves actually hit the opponent when it is flying. But Fly is a, you know, like Shadow Sneak, like Bounce. The opponent disappears. This is the first time we're seeing an AI do this. So the opponent disappears. If it disappears, every single move will miss. It says most moves. I don't know what the move that can hit the opponent is. And then if we are able to land a sync move on Tornadus while it is flying, it will stop flying. So it can use this 3 times. I'm not sure if he can recover MP here like Nate with quick combo 4 or 3 or something. Move number 2, bulk up, raises the user's attack and defense. Move number 3 is Aerial Ace, very physical attacker. Never misses. Move number 4 is Brutal Swing, hits everyone on another physical attack. Move 5 is also a physical attack, has a small chance of lowering the target's defenses. Yeah. From a special attacker becoming a physical attacker. Interesting. Bar number 3, weak to electric again. Again, has Fly, Bulk Up, Aerial Ace, Brutal Swing, Crunch. And his sync move, Flying Beam, is a flying type attack. Now, I don't see any deadly attack over here except Fly. Fly deals the most damage. There's no Hyper Beam. There's no nothing that deals super strong damage. So, as far as I can tell, having Signasuit Blue or having just the combo of Misty and Skyla should probably do a trick somehow. Probably Misty Skyla and How or Misty Skyla Pikachu can do something here. Let's see. The opponent has Antitoxin, cannot be poisoned, cannot be burned, cannot fall asleep, cannot freeze. And the opponent has Lessen Paralysis 5, Lessen Flinch 6, Lessen Interference, Physical Fortitude, if not affected by status condition, reduces damage when the user is hit by an attack move. 80% damage reduction if you did not flinch the opponent, or if you did not paralyze the opponent. Whoa. Yeah. I would... Wait, this is a physical attack move, not a special attack move. Okay. Unimpeded 1 has a small chance of raising the user's speed when a move is successful if not affected by a status condition. Okay. Chronic Slowdown 2 has a moderate chance of lowering this user's speed when the user is hit by an attack move when the Pokemon is affected by a status condition. Viral Speed 4 has a good chance of raising the user's speed. Self-Cleanse 1 has a small chance of removing all status conditions from the user when the user's Pokemon uses a move. Troublemaker 1 raises the chance of success or status move that inflicts status conditions. Racing Rain 4 quickly charges... What the heck is with my speech today? Quickly charges the move gauge when the weather is rainy. And last, Raging Rain 5 powers up moves when the weather is rainy. Unknown 1. Wait. What the? Unknown 2 removes all status conditions from the user when the user drops to half HP or below for the first time in battle. Sharply raises the user's accuracy when the user's HP drops to half or below first time in the battle. Oh, that was bar 1, guys. Let me just check bar 2. Bar 2, Lessen Interference 3 every time user under status conditions like flinching, confused, trap, reduced duration of that effect. Healthy Advantage, if not affected by a status condition, reduces damage when the user is hit by an attack move. Robust Physique. Wait. Ramming Speed. Ooh. The opponent actually gets Ramming Speed. The more the user's speed has been raised, the more it powers up moves. Self-Cleanse 2 has a moderate chance of removing all status conditions from the user when the user's Pokemon uses a move. Confusion Synergy powers up moves when the target is confused. And then removes all status conditions from the user. Removes all status conditions when the user's HP is half. Raises the user's speed when the user's HP drops to half or below. If the Pokemon enters a battle with full HP, first attack or next attack will be a critical hit. Bar number 3, there's Lessen Paralysis 5, Lessen Flinch 6, Mental Fortitude 8. I would assume that if not affected by a status condition, special attack moves will be reduced by 80% damage. Ramming Speed again. The higher your speed, the higher the opponent's speed is, the stronger the moves are. Has a moderate chance of lowering the user's speed. Let me just read this until the end. Soaring Countdown 1 reduces the sync move coundown by 1 when the fog is successful. Ooh, interesting. Mind Brace 4 has a good chance of raising the user's special defense when an attack move is successful. Okay. Lessen Paralysis, Lessen Burn, Lessen Trap, Lessen Freeze, Stout Heart, Train Mind, blah blah. Okay. I think I can come up with a little analysis here right now. So, does the opponent have... Okay, there it is, guys. So, the opponent has... you have to make the opponent paralyzed. Paralyze is the only status condition that will work, if I'm not mistaken. You cannot make the opponent fall asleep. You cannot make the opponent burned. You cannot make the opponent poisoned. You can, however, I think you can trap the opponent. You can restrain the opponent. You can make the opponent flinch until the opponent has somehow gained resistance to those effects. Status conditions are different from interferences. And let me just check again, guys. So status conditions are different from interferences. Yep, interferences are like flinching, confusion, trap. You can confuse the opponent. Status conditions, meanwhile, are freezing, burning, poisoning, and stuff. So you can trap the opponent, you can confuse the opponent, you can make the opponent flinch, but you cannot poison, freeze, burn, make the opponent fall asleep. The opponent has Hurricane, which when the opponent uses Rain Dance, Hurricane will never miss. The opponent eventually gains Piercing Gaze, making the opponent's moves never miss at all. So I would not bother raising my evasiveness here. I would just find a way on how to paralyze the opponent, because the opponent has confusion synergy. So if you manage, or if the opponent, if Tornadus manages to confuse you, every single move of the opponent against you will be stronger. And then the opponent also has ramming speed. The higher the speed of the opponent, the stronger the damage. You don't want the opponent's speed to increase. The opponent's speed might increase with every single move though, because of viral speed 4. So probably every time the opponent uses a move against you, there's a chance that the opponent's speed will increase. Now, how do you decrease the speed of the opponent? If the opponent has a status condition. And again, there's only one status condition that will work here, and that is Paralysis. So you have to hit the opponent, or you have to paralyze Tornadus first, and then if you are able to hit Tornadus, there's a moderate chance of lowering Tornadus' speed by 1 every single time. So there's also, Tornadus also has a passive skill called Self-Cleanse 1, which improves to Self-Cleanse 2, which 10 to 20% moderate. What is moderate? Anyway, has a chance of removing that paralysis condition when it uses a move. Not a huge chance, but it's there. So the Tornadus has a chance of removing or curing itself from paralysis every time it attacks. Now again, there is Healthy Advantage 8, there is Physical Fortitude 8, there's Mental, was it Mental Fortitude 8? Yep. If you do not make the opponent paralyzed, your damage will only be like 20%. Physical Fortitude 8 reduces physical attack move damage. Mental Fortitude 8 reduces special attack damage. And the last one is what is this? Where is that move? Healthy Advantage 8 is basically both physical and special attack damage. And then yeah, that is basically, I think that is basically it for Tornadus. I don't think it's gonna be that difficult because, again, as I said earlier, Paralysis is a very easy status condition to apply to the enemy. Now, again, if you are a Volkner, if you like to use Volkner and you like to use electric terrain, yes, it will increase damage of electric moves. The opponent has Defog, and I think he also has a passive skill over here, Soaring Countdown 1, if defog is successful, it reduces the sync move countdown of Tornadus. And yeah, defog. Mind Brace 4 has a good chance of raising the user's special defense when an attack move is successful. I'm not too worried about that one. I'm more worried about viral speed, the increasing speed of the enemy, and the small chance of lowering the opponent's speed. I think another good sync pair to use here is Clement. Clement's what is Clement's attack? Electro Web, I think. Electro Web, every time you attack the opponent's speed goes down. And there is Parabolic Charge, which if you're low on HP, you can use Parabolic Charge to recover HP. You can also use Mud Slap on the opponent to lower its accuracy, but I wouldn't worry too much about Mud Slap because the opponent will get Piercing Gaze later on. But Clement has a multiplier that the lower the opponent's accuracy, the stronger your moves are. So if you want to probably recover some HP, you can use Clement's, Mud Slap, lower the opponent's accuracy and then recover more HP with Parabolic Charge. But Clement has no way, I think, of paralyzing the opponent. Electro Web lowers the opponent's speed. Parabolic Charge recovers your HP. Mud Slap lowers the opponent's accuracy. If you have Mind Games something on Clement, there's a chance that Electro Web can also lower the opponent's special attack. But I don't think there's a way of paralyzing the opponent. So if you're using Clement, you might have to use someone else together with Clement. N is coming together with this guy. So the thing about N is that N disregards the opponent's passive skills. So the opponent's passive skill is basically Physical Fortitude 8, Healthy Advantage 8, Mental Fortitude 8. Well, it should disregard this one, and you're basically able to land original damage to the opponent. And then again, let me just wrap this up because the opponent, I think, also has Troublemaker 1, and the opponent has Toxic, but Toxic is actually only on the first bar. If you're able to pass through the first bar without getting badly poisoned, you're good. Troublemaker 1 makes Toxic, almost hit you for sure. Thing is, the good thing here is the opponent doesn't have Go Viral 9, so there's only one sync pair that can get poisoned. So as long as probably you get full heal, or you get something that blocks status conditions as well, or reflects status condition, although if you reflect a status condition, probably using my low tick, while I send my low tick to the opponent, and the opponent has Antitoxin, I don't think you can get Tornadus to become poison as well. So yeah, this comes out on April 22, and again, if you guys want to check this out for yourselves, the link to Absol-utely's Pastebin will be in the description. But with that said, I think that wraps up everything to discuss about Tornadus. I'm pretty sure a lot of you will be using the Signasut Kanto Trio again for this one. But let's just see what happens, guys. Anyway, if you enjoy this, make sure to give this a thumbs up, comment your thoughts, share this with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you soon. In 2 days, Elio will be coming out in Sync Pair Scout, Spotlight Scout. If you guys are after the coins, go for it. If Elio or any Alola region sync pairs are your favorite, then go for it. But if you're not after them, if you're probably free to play, you guys better skip that because Elio will be a permanent sync pair, as well as Selene, also a permanent sync pair after their banners end. And with that said, I'm done, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you also to the members of my channel for supporting me. It's been a tough month with my mom and grandma at the hospital. Thank you for your support and your concerns and everything. Thank you Shadow Phil, So Nicholas, Moreless Gaming, Aryan Singh, Blaze, Johnny Dogs, John9019, Treasure Gamers, Poplio Gaming, Roy Ackerman, Luca Midi, Arima Kose, Popwatt, and Lalit for the support. And thank you for all the super chats and donations that anyone has given for, you know, for support and for funds and everything. So with that said, see you guys. Thank you for watching.